I always loved hiking alone. Something about being in the middle of nowhere, away from the noise of everyday life, felt peaceful. My friends thought I was crazy, but I always told them, the woods are quieter than people. That's what I believed, until last summer. I'd planned a solo camping trip in the Ouachita National Forest in Arkansas. Beautiful place, endless trees, winding trails, perfect for getting lost in thought. I parked my car at a small, empty lot, grabbed my gear, and set off. The first day was amazing. Cool breeze, birds singing, sun cutting through the canopy in patches. By dusk, I found a great spot to set up camp, just off the main trail. I built a fire, cooked some food, and watched the sky fade from pink to black. The air turned crisp, but I didn't mind. I'd hiked far enough to know I was alone. Or so I thought. Around 2 a.m., I woke up, but not from a noise, from the lack of one. The forest had gone dead silent. No wind, no insects, nothing. I poked my head out of the tent. My fire was out, just glowing embers. But something else caught my eye. About 20 feet away, right where the trail should have been, was a shape. It stood still, a silhouette just outside the fire's faint glow. I couldn't tell if it was a person, but it looked like one. Tall, thin, motionless. I stared at it for what felt like an hour before I finally grabbed my flashlight and shined it toward the figure. Nothing. No one was there. Just your mind playing tricks, I told myself. I climbed back into my sleeping bag, heart pounding. I barely slept. The next morning, I packed up and hiked deeper into the forest, convincing myself I was just overreacting. By noon, I was miles off the main path, winding through narrow trails that barely looked traveled. That's when I saw it. A wooden sign nailed to a tree. Do not follow. The paint was old, faded, but someone had scrawled fresh words beneath it in sharp, jagged letters. It does. I froze. Something about that message felt wrong. I turned back the way I came, but after 10 minutes of hiking, I hit a clearing I didn't remember passing. I was completely turned around. My map made no sense. No signal on my phone. That's when I noticed something else. Footprints, not mine. These were bigger, deeper, fresh, leading off into the trees. Don't follow, I whispered. But some part of me had to know. I crept along the path, boots crunching dry leaves. The footprints stopped at the edge of a small sunlit clearing. In the center was my tent. My gear was scattered. My pack, my clothes, even my car keys, dumped on the ground like someone had gone through it all. I spun around, heart hammering. That's when I saw it. The same figure from the night before, standing at the tree line. This time, I could see more. Its skin was stretched tight, pale and leathery, like something once human, but wrong. Its head twitched in short, sharp jerks, and in one hand, it clutched a bundle of something dark. My shirt. I bolted. I don't even remember which way I ran. I stumbled, scraped my legs on branches, tore through the brush until I finally found the trail again. I didn't stop running until I reached my car. I sped all the way home. Didn't care about the tickets I probably earned. When I finally got inside my apartment, I dumped my pack on the floor. That's when I noticed something. Tucked inside the side pocket of my bag, a piece of paper, You followed. I didn't sleep that night, or the night after. For weeks, I kept my windows locked, curtains shut. Eventually, life seemed to go back to normal. I convinced myself I'd imagined things. Stress, exhaustion, paranoia. That's all it was. Then, one night, I got home late from work. I was halfway to my apartment door when I noticed muddy footprints, big ones, smeared across the hallway carpet, leading straight to my door. I fumbled for my keys, unlocked the door, and stumbled inside. Lights on, every room checked, nothing. No sign of anyone, just silence. Then I saw it. On my kitchen table, my old hiking shirt. Folded neatly, pinned to it was another note. It followed. I never heard it enter, but as I stood there, frozen, I heard something breathe behind me.